Okay, so we're running some digital mode called FT8 this afternoon on 15 meters, which is 21.074 megahertz on upper sideband. And the tone that you heard was the encoded signal. So the tone that you heard is the encoded signal that's being sent out, and that's being sent by others, and we're sending out one very similar to it in the transmit cycle. So right now it's in the receive cycle. You see down here in the corner it says receiving. So we're receiving signals and it's decoding it, and you'll see this that lights up as it decoded the signal coming in, or the sound coming in. So now we're transmitting. You see just down here it says TX, CQ, my call sign, and my grid square. And I'm set up to upload to a site called PSK Reporter that amalgamates everybody's uploads and then reports back on a map where you are being heard and how strong your signal is. And then so everybody that reports that, then you get an idea of where you're being heard. So we'll go over to that website right now. It's called PSK Reporter. And we did some 17 meters earlier. Now we'll go over to 15 meters, and you can see the difference in the propagation, the way it works. So 17 meters, mostly continental U.S., some down into the South America. Go over to 15 meters, and you see it's quite a bit different. So still down the gray line, which is the dividing line between day and night, still getting some good propagation down through there, but we're also getting some down into the South Pacific, down in New Zealand and Tasmania and so forth down here. So that's good. This pink line is actually it's a function of all the reports that are on here, so it kind of gives you an idea of where your radiation and signal pattern is. So if you click on that, it tells you this region contains 38% of the transmitters, and the distance between 2333 and 3333 kilometers. So it's just an algorithm that's the website does. So there's another few functionalities on here. You can click on Show Logbook, and it shows all the people that have heard you, over the last however long the reporting period is. And then there's the distance chart. So you can see, where you're being most heard. So, we got quite a few stations in 5,000 kilometers left, a few out between 7,000 and 10,000, and a few again out at 15,000. So these kind of are maybe a little bit representative of the way the signal is bouncing up to the cloud, to the ionosphere, and back down again. So that's the propagation report, basically. So in the last week, we've heard by 18 countries. So this little window you saw popped up here, this is the completion of a QSO. So you can see it's cycled through there. So we'll just type our name in here, and then it gets logged. And then we just click Enable TX, which turns the transmit cycle back on again. And then we'll try and hopefully get some more contacts. So he just sent back a 7.3, which is confirmation of the contact. So back to here again. So again, there's all kinds of different options you can do on here. And so you can look at all different bands and so forth. Right now I have it showing just 15 meters. Signals sent and received by, and the call sign, and then under display options I can change what's shown on this display. Okay, so that's kind of a quick overview of what they call a digital mode. So it's the computer generating the signal or the tones that are sent to the radio, transmitted out over the airwaves. They're received by another computer, decoded, and it's a process that it's called a weak signal mode. So the computers can decipher signals that are very, very low in strength. So the for example, this -16, that's a term that's known as signal plus noise over noise. So that means that it's -16 dB below the ambient noise level. So the quieter your station is on receive, then the better those numbers are going to be. It's not very often you see one up into the positive range. Every once in a while you will. Like these particular, this is a waterfall down here, so each one of these bands is a station and with their signal. So these ones that are really dark orange are very, very strong. And these ones are less strong, and these ones here are very, very faint. So you can see right now we're listening over here. It really, you know, kind of receives everything across this audio bandwidth, but this is where we're centered here right now. So I could move over to here, and I'll end up hearing one of the strong stations there, or I can move over to here. You'll have a different one come up here, but the idea is to try and find a spot that's fairly clear, so you're not going to have interference from other stations. Anyway, so that's a bit of a quick overview of FT8 and digital modes, and one of the greatest modes in ham radios, some people say. It allows you to make you know, some pretty decent contacts over the world, and you know, it's a newer type mode that you know, has become quite popular. So that's it for now.